Hey everyone, today is rabbit culling day. YouTube doesn't like showing videos of things being killed, and I will respect that. So I will explain how we do it, and then we'll cut the video, and we'll come back to how we actually process it, taking the pelts off and cleaning it and preparing it to store it. So if you don't want to see things that have died recently, that have blood in it and its insides and everything, then this video is not for you. But if you're looking at getting into harvesting your own meat with meat rabbits, as we do, just stay tuned for this video, and we thank you. Alright guys, we've dispatched the rabbit already, and I'll show you how we do that without actually doing it on video. But we do what we call the broomstick method. And that is, we take the rabbit, lay it down, put the stick right behind its ears, and then put a foot on each side and have the rabbit's head pinned here and its body here. And what you'll do then is you'll take the feet and pull up. And what you'll do is dislocate its neck. And we found that that's the most humane way possible to dispatch them that we could think of. We have tried the hopper popper method, which is this item right here. And I've seen videos of it working very well, and kind of the same concept. You put the rabbit's head here with its mouth facing that way, legs and body down here, and you yank it this way. But it has not been super reliable for us, and as we cull our rabbits, we do care about them. We take care of them the best we can. And even in the process of dispatching them, we want them to be the most humane, least painful way possible. So the broomstick method we found works excellent, and we prefer that method. So now that I'm dripping wet, I will show you how we process them fairly quickly. I have removed the head. The neck's dislocated, so if you take a knife, the head will come right off. These innards you can bury, compost, whatever you decide. But what we'll do is make two small incisions around the leg. You kind of pull the skin, barely run your sharp knife around it. You don't want to cut into the meat. You just want to cut to where you see everything underneath. So I'm not cutting into the meat, I'm just cutting around. Just a light score. Do the same on the other side. And trust me, the first one you do will be like, oh man, what am I doing? But you'll get the hang of it. Then I grab it, again, pull it away from the meat the best possible, and cut into a V shape into the bottom of the pelvic area. So we have this clean cut through, not into the meat. Same thing on the other side. And if the camera angle's not good, I apologize. There's not much room to work with this little guy. And we usually raise these youngins for 12 weeks, and then we cull them after that. And then what we'll do is we'll pull away around the leg, and then from the back side, it's kind of hard to see, under the tail, what I'm going to do from both sides is kind of put my thumb and try to reach them together under the tail until I get all the way through, And what I'll do is with the other thumb is kind of pull away from the tail and fingers.
Whoops.
Normally not that difficult, but it is what it is. Then the tail has a little bone in it. Get you some really good cutters. These are not it. Barely cuts through anything right now, but just cut that bone and cut that tail away. Now some people do it differently. I found that if you leave the pelt like this, you pull down from the back and the front and work your way all the way down. And with this still attached right here, it's actually going to pull the innards out with it. Some people prefer not to do that, to cut it away, and they make their own incision. But I found this to work very well. So what I'll do is just work my way around. And you see right there, it's already created a hole. Just work my way down, and then come the innards. Back and forth. Around here is very difficult, around the neck area. You really have to put in some pressure. And then you'll grab it by the feet and keep pulling down. You can pull it off at this point, but less is more at times, so I will just make where the knuckle is, bend it up, a little incision. And then all that's left is usually the tendon. So that's the pelts away. I haven't learned how to tan the hides yet, the pelts, but they are beautiful. These are Rex rabbits, and the pelts, we will learn how to do something with them, make hats, gloves, but they are very beautiful, so that'll be another adventure. All right, from here, watch out for the bladder. Sometimes it's really full, but you'll grab the intestine tract towards the top here, try and get your finger under it and pull down, and sometimes it'll come all the way through like that, which it did. Other times it doesn't. But what you'll do then, it kind of falls all apart. There's one large line here that if you start pulling away, everything just falls out. And then what I do is I personally pull off the liver, kidney to our neighborhood dog occasionally, but there's this gallbladder on your liver. You'll remove that, and then this is good to go. And we'll save that. While I'm processing, I put it in cold water until I have everything cleaned out. Usually there's a lung sac here that you have to cut an incision to get into, but it came out as well. So all that's left is the lung and the heart. Grab down and pull out. There's the heart. And there's the lungs. Occasionally, with the pulse and nerves still in there, it will still twitch well after it's gone. This is the digestion tract, just to make sure there's no pellets of droppings in there. You put your finger straight through, there's nothing left, so that's clean. Then again, if you had some really nice cutters, you'd cut the legs nicely. But as we don't, I cut the bone, and then cut the tendon that's left there. And that's it. So then we have a rabbit fully cleaned and ready to soak overnight. Now what I'll do is I put them in these buckets, kind of rinse them out. But the other thing I'll do is take each take each rabbit out of here and spray them with cold water really good, just clean them off the best I can. And then I'll put them in a cooler overnight with some cold water and ice. And I've heard that helps. That's usually what I do with deer, just to get the gaminess out. Tame rabbits like this, I haven't had any gaminess, but nonetheless, we do the same process. So what I would do now is spray this thing out with a hose, stored in that cooler with cold water and ice through the night, and then that will be it, and we'll throw them in the freezer.
All right, guys, hope that video helped. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too bad for you if it's the first time you've seen something processed. Check back next Friday or Saturday. I hope to have my next video up and how we prepare the rabbits with our shrink wrap system, and hope you'll enjoy that and find it helpful as well. Thanks again for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and look forward to hearing your response and feedback. God bless.